We have had a doozy of a day.
What an excellent day for an exorcism.
Welcome to the Big Ball Buddies basement of horror. Horror. Like, that'd been good sound effects.
What do you think of that?
Yeah, what do you think about that? It's all above my head, too.
We got that in Orlando.
Today on the Big Ball Buddies basement of horror, the horror basement theater, we have The Killer Shrews from 1959, directed by Ray Kellogg. Fun fact,
Kellogg's?
Kellogg Cornflakes was made. You know why it was made, Jim Jam?
For him?
No, it was made so that people would stop masturbating. To prevent masturbation. They thought if they created the blandest cereal in the world, you would not want to masturbate.
And then they created Frosted Flakes.
It made everybody masturbate all over the world.
Yes, that just makes orgasm in your mouth.
Yeah, I love Frosted Flakes. They are delicious.
What's
And
that?
regular Kellogg's Flakes are not good. Because you got to add sugar to them.
Yeah, then you got all that, like, that much sugar in the bottom.
Yes. And then you drink
as
the milk.
a kid, you would pour, like, a whole cup of sugar in your milk.
Like Rice Krispies, remember?
Yes.
Like Rice Krispies weren't that good, but they had a good flavor, but you had to put the sugar in there, and then you would eat the piles of sugar off the bottom like I scraped.
Makes me nauseous.
Did you do that?
Yes,
or
I
you
did.
scrape the bottom and then
or
eat
I
the
would
sugar,
stir it up in the milk,
and
so it would be very sweet milk.
And I'd drink it. Yeah, oh yeah.
You would sit there and then you have to chew the milk because that scratch for the granule.
Yeah. So Ray Kellogg, apparently he was an actor and a director he was from Iowa. And he died in 1981.
Well, he was in his mid-30s probably when
he was known for playing. He was in his mid-30s when he died. No, I'm just kidding.
No, he was in his mid-30s and when this movie came out.
Oh, dude, he died 2 days after I turned 1 year old.
Wow.
1981.
Your soul.
He was known for... No, I was 1 already.
No, that don't make sense.
Yeah. He was known for playing the role of Deputy Ollie in American Western television series The Life and Legend of White Earth. So, yeah.
Facts.
And he was actor and film director for 30 years, from 1942 to 1972, years actor. It's all from Wikipedia. I don't know if any of it's true. Let's be honest.
Look, that blue on this is the same color as the light. It works out perfect.
And today, we will be trying foods while we do this video. I hope you enjoyed that. And just let us know, like, how else what you'd like us to incorporate while you watch a movie with us.
If you're an indie filmmaker and you have a movie you want us to watch on this, and no one has the rights to it, and we can watch it without getting flagged or anything, email us at tnhorror@gmail.com, and we'll watch your movie on here.
Yeah.
And don't be alarmed if we laugh at your movie.
Yeah, and this is a tongue-in-cheek thing.
Yeah.
So we will make fun and poke fun at stuff because we just want to have a good time.
So be warned if you want to submit your movie for us to watch.
And we have some flaming hot foods.
Yes.
And we have
peep flavored lollipops.
You see my disappointment.
We can't get away from peep.
Go to Big Ball Buddies on TikTok if you haven't already followed us. If you do, we greatly appreciate you. Can't get away from peeps, man. I
had a yard sale today. If you can't tell, my face is like bright red. I look like a lobster. So I had a yard sale today, and a woman came up and she double taped me. And I was like, "The hell?" So she goes, "Are you the guy on TikTok?" I said, "Shit, y'all, we're famous."
We're getting recognized in our little town.
Yeah. So more people are recognizing, hey, they're on TikTok. Like anytime I go into Evolve shop over beside the women are always like, I just saw your video.
That's
Yes,
awesome. And
Local legends.
Jim Jam
Ooh.
is so pale
Oh, shit.
that he got sunburned in the shade.
His arms.
He said, man, I wasn't even out in the sun. I was in the shade. He is so pale, the shade burns him. The fucking shade.
It was bouncing off the concrete. All right, Johnny. Are you ready?
What you need is some bro glow.
Anyway, here we go. Hey, Johnny, it's recording.
Hit play.
Alaska, and then invading steadily southward. There were reports of a news
There's no audio.
killer shrews.
I wasn't going to say that. I was waiting until you realized.
Look, this is the Killer Shrews, and this is a third time attempt that we have tried to watch this. We tried these on the second try. 23 minutes in we got, and I realized Jim Jam hadn't hit record. These are good. Go follow us on the Big Bob Buddies to go see this video that you would have been a part of and us watching this, but you're not anymore. So if you want to be a part of it, go watch us on the Big Bob Buddies. TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. These are good. Cheetos Flaming Hot Tangy Chili Fusion. It is like Asian fusion. Yeah, both. And look at the color of it. All right, so third time, this guy's on a boat, and there's a hurricane coming in.
Sure is a lot of quiet out
You'll
there.
see in a few while you're saying
Almost
hurricane.
smell it, can't you?
No, but I can
feel it.
The pressure's dropped so
The
fast.
only reason we know is because
It's almost made my ears pop.
times.
Yeah, almost made his ears pop.
Hurricanes got different ways of telling you it's there. Where is it?
Dead ahead.
What's that
These
mean?
guys are crazy.
My boy, that puts our port right in the middle of it.
One in the
Where's it
hurricane, in the water, in the ocean.
Dead ahead, look at that hurricane. Look at it.
There's a cove on the lee side, though.
Not even swirling.
Close to the bluff and ride it out.
What about the bottom?
Well, the chart shows it's good holding ground. It's clay.
Picking up these
You know
buckets.
something? If this thing had an automatic pilot, I wouldn't have to put up with you.
Ah!
Then you wouldn't have nobody to chew out.
We should be there in a couple of hours. These mills of yours
That's
keep
funny
running.
banter between the
Look.
two.
Automatic pilots can't play Dixieland jazz on them engines like I can.
Can't play no Dixieland jazz. Can't get sunburnt in the shade either.
Hey, Rook. Rook, come here.
So 2 hours have passed.
Take a look. There she is, dead ahead.
No hurricane still. Looks pretty damn clear.
Man, that sure do look good.
A man named Craigus owns this island, does he?
That's the name on the crate, Dr. Milo Crackers.
We'll unload tomorrow. I don't want this crap sitting high in that water when that blow hits.
You gonna ride stern too with a lot of water under?
That's right. Let's
See, they're not unloading so that
the wind will have her whipping around like a kite.
Wow.
Slip forward and break out the heavy weather hook. Track it, make sure it's free to run.
I'm out, shot.
Good.
bring out the heavy weather hood.
I got one or two heavier.
I don't think that boat would survive in a hurricane.
Which one, the Navy or the...
Both of them. That dock wouldn't even.
The dock just got built, obviously, right?
It looks like it.
I said this in the second one, we never recorded.
Yeah.
I never recorded it. We'll take the blame. Now I'm watching the record thing to make sure it's still recording.
Oh, she'll ride like a duck. If she swings too far to starboard, we might have to take a check line to shore.
Oh.
Hey, Rook,
It was.
take a slant up that trail.
You'll see in
Rather
20
strange
minutes.
setup, wouldn't you
What do you
say?
mean by check line?
Look like somebody's getting rid of somebody, huh, Captain?
Maybe. Hard to tell.
My thing is why wouldn't he have just went ahead and brought her on? Them two just hang out on the boat.
They could have done
She
it.
good look.
Yeah.
She was very pretty.
I'm Dr. Craig. Thorne
But
Sherman.
of course she is.
Have your supplies aboard.
That's
good. Nothing wrong with Captain Ferguson, I hope. Well, I wouldn't know. I just bought his run.
Oh, I see. Were you able to fill our order?
Everything on the list. Here's the manifest.
Missing last week's supply has run us a little short, you know.
Buddy.
Captain, after you have
Even
unloaded,
though
I
I
have a
fucked
passenger
up,
for you.
sorry.
And Captain Sherman, this is my daughter Anne
Oh my
Craig.
fucking leg.
Hello. So you're the passenger.
That's right, Captain.
Right.
Oh, it's going to be nice having you aboard. I'm getting a little tired looking at Griswold. But we're not leaving today.
It's a little hot, boy. We're gonna have to bring you a full bathing suit with your panties.
In fact, we're not even unloading. That load will cut the roll in half. You expecting an invasion?
Yes, animals.
In fact, we're not even
Game or
unloading.
otherwise?
Under certain conditions, it could be dangerous.
Got a crack on my lip. Ah.
Hey, Rob, you want to shake the kinks out? Limber up a little?
Not me, Captain Blight. You go right ahead and stretch your legs. That ship's gonna be bucking like a bucking bronc for long. Besides, I got some work left to do.
That was
You
in
do come
Gal.
ashore, wear a gun.
Got you, Captain.
Ah. St. Vidkin, Sweden. Known for Once Upon a Horse. Johnny Staccato. It's got 8.9 stars. Richard Diamond, Private Detective.
When I told you about the hurricane, you act like you didn't know anything about it. What's the matter? Your set broken down?
Given up communication for more than a week, Captain.
Just the beginning.
Oh,
Can't it be fixed?
Yeah, I figured that was
Totally out of commission.
so far it's been the only woman.
My assistant, Mr. Farrell, Jerry Farrell.
Oh man, that got real spicy. Ah.
Stinky Hitler.
Father, perhaps the captain would enjoy a drink.
Well, of course.
That's on
Will you
Urban
join us in
Dictionary,
a
by the way.
cocktail?
Look that
Well,
up.
I've never
See
been
what
known to
means
turn
by
down a
that.
drink yet. I'll be glad to accept.
Fine. In that case, we'll have martinis. Mario? Si, senor. Mix them.
You notice the captain and Mario?
Right
has the
this way,
same
Captain.
outfit on.
Come in.
They're both the same size.
Same size both.
I made this joke earlier.
I would have heard it if I had it. Hey, how news that fence look, Johnny?
Yeah, it looks pretty neat.
You have everything here you need?
Oh, we are
Those
self-sufficient
filed
here.
wall.
We have cows for fresh milk and chickens for fresh eggs.
Somehow they
Even
can.
that fat
They got a
Sort of a world all your
They
own.
make their own liquor.
That's exactly what I've tried to create.
Well, to each his own. If you have to be isolated for your work, you picked a lonely little island.
Excuse me, please. I think I'll change.
She's a little worried because you aren't leaving until tomorrow.
Well, I can understand that. But there's something else bothering her.
Radford? Radford?
Bradford.
Radford, would you please step over here? I'd like you to meet someone.
Bradford or Bradford?
Just a second, Doc.
That could go on for hours. Dr. Bain.
There's no need to shout, Doctor. I'm right here.
I'd like you to meet Captain
Hey,
Thorne
fuck.
Sherman. This is
Shouting
my other
me?
assistant, Radford Bain.
What Johnny wanted
How
to
do you
do a
do?
minute ago.
2 new litters since lunch, Doctor. Both support GT116.
That's good, but
We can breed them to the 205 group in about 3 weeks. But I'd prefer to wait and expose about half of them to the Hoskins factor first,
This one?
if you agree.
Bunch.
good idea. Do you know there's a hurricane coming?
American. Well, I don't suppose there's much we can do about that. Glad to meet you. Sherman, wasn't it?
Seems kind of a dick.
You have to excuse Radford. Anything that does not concern his project does not get through to him. Brilliant mind. He would start at it if someone didn't remind him to eat.
Must be very interesting work. What's his field?
Biology. We specialize in genetics, heredity.
I'm afraid my interest doesn't run in that line, you know.
Think what would happen if you could isolate and identify...
There was a
edited
polarized
Now,
version
wait a
of
minute.
this.
I'm afraid I'm not very good
2007.
with pure research.
It's part of
This
a
is
double
practical
feature with
research.
the giant Gila monster.
Generally among mammals, the smaller the size, the higher the
How they do
metabolism
the
and
colors? They shot
shorter
it.
the lifespan.
Remaster.
Right.
Well, I'm attempting to
Yeah.
decrease the size by maintaining a low
Yeah,
metabolism,
So did they get to
resultant a
determine
longer
what color
lifespan.
that wall
What
was?
reason?
They probably kind of knew.
Overpopulation.
Or do they talk to people that was back?
I mean, you probably
Not a
just kind of
problem
knew,
now, but
like,
it will
you
be
know, from
in time.
history. Like,
Well,
you know
I'm
what
sure
I'm
there's
saying?
still people that was around that made that movie. And like, yeah, that wall.
There's
would
gotta be
have
other
to
color
we are
movies.
now. We
In
will
the
live
50s.
twice as
I mean,
long in our
Wizard of Oz
natural
was
resources.
in color originally, right?
Father, may I
Those are
speak with you a
30s.
moment? Will you please excuse us, Captain?
Well, providing you drop the captain, I prefer a thorn.
Yes, close-up shots of the shrews were filmed using hand puppets.
Well,
Wider shots were filmed using dolls.
Tell me something, Doctor.
Makes sense.
Has a hurricane ever hit this island before
Well, you'll
that
see
you
him
know
here
of?
soon.
I wouldn't know. You've only been here 9 months.
We've already
and this place
seen
has
him
been
once.
occupied for years.
Well, have you ever been
I
through
thought-
one?
Only the fringes.
Well, this one's building up very fast. Pressure drops very quickly in the center. I'd advise you to get some doors and windows open in this place.
Ventilators on the roof.
Dr. Baines right
Fresh
there.
man's drink. I'll go and check.
Right, that's Dr. Baines.
I'd be happy to.
It's Gordon
You're
McClendon.
right today.
He was the
Why, the race is
uncredited
getting short?
executive producer
No,
and
it's more than
financier,
that. Much more.
financier of this
We'll
and its
surely be
companion
able to
feature,
sail
The Giant
tomorrow,
Gila
won't we?
Monster. He
Possibly.
owned radio stations and a
But
channel
not probable.
theaters in Texas.
Not delayed anyway. Takes a long time for a sea like that
Born
to
to
quiet
be a
down.
movie.
So
Well, if
he's
you were,
proud to
you
fucking show
need
this
me.
on his TV.
I'm a good sailor.
You know?
I've seen that movie.
Well, I'm not worried about you. We'll sail when the time's right.
Got them opened, all right. Oh, Captain, let me freshen you a drink. One for the road.
So this
I'm trying to
this
rush you,
low budget
but
feature is still regarded as one of the
I've
most
invited Thorne for
successful
dinner,
regional
Father.
films. Unlike other regional films,
Oh,
not
I
only
see.
received national distribution, but also
Can I
had
board
some
about your
foreign
ship?
sales.
You're welcome.
So
This
I'll take a
movie
rain
right
check on
Yeah.
that dinner.
If you wish.
Father, I've asked Thorne to stay.
Progress, Doctor.
So
This is the
producer
sole
and star
survivor of
Gordon
Group 30.
McClendon
28
invested
months old today.
$125,000
Well, that's equivalent to 140 years to us.
and remarked in
That's right.
1984 Los
Yet it
Angeles
still
Times
maintains
article
low
that he
metabolism
quintupled
without any sluggishness.
his money and profits.
Not the breakthrough, but it
So
certainly
was
sets
that
our
guy right there?
course.
Yeah, I think
Radford,
the older guy.
suspend
right?
series
The bald guy?
52
Think so.
through
That's what my hair would
96,
look like.
and
if I
we'll
grew
concentrate
that.
on the rest.
What is that?
It's a Sorex cericidae.
I think it's him.
Looks like a small rat. Smells like a skunk.
They have musk glands in their knees. And these little fellows are our subjects. They have a birth cycle of 10 to 14 days. And using them, we can establish traits. We can trace the progressions through a number of generations over a short period of time.
Well, how big do they get?
That's an adult. See, the muzzle is longer and thicker than the rat's. It extends over the lower mandible, see?
Does he bite?
Only when he's hungry.
Well, maybe you better take him. He doesn't know me.
All he knows is his next meal. He's just been fed. He'll be all right for another 8 hours.
Wait,
Shut the
no,
door
that's-
open. Radford? I got it, senor.
Don't let that scare you. It's going to get worse.
Storms
Well,
always
no,
present,
that's good.
ever since she was a child.
So as of 2021, Ingrid Gowd is the last surviving passenger at 83.
Yeah, look, he is pulling in.
Yeah. So, She would be
They're not
85 now
climbers.
if she's still alive. I don't know if she
They're
is.
digging animals, like the mole. They feed only at night unless they're starving. And when they
What
are
is this,
hungry
Brett?
enough, they'll tackle
What,
anything
sir?
regardless of
Kill
size.
it.
No kidding.
Mm-hmm. If you leave 2 of them in a cage for 12 hours without food, the stronger will eat the weaker.
Like cannibals.
Precisely. You see,
Go up.
their intense activity requires a tremendous amount of
Last
energy.
reported living in
To
Santa
supply
Barbara,
it,
California.
they must eat 3 times their own weight in food every 24 hours or starve. Radford, would you please take this? Take it. Yeah. Some call them bone eaters.
Bone.
When the flesh is gone, they'll eat the bones for marrow. All they'll leave are teeth, horns,
I could
hooves.
use another martini. Do you mind?
Of course, my dear. I'll get you one.
She is scared.
There you are. Mario?
Oh, but there's no risk in pictures.
Mario? Aquí, por favor. Mario will show you to the bath and you'll freshen up a bit. Here be el señor al baño.
Sí, señor. Sígame, por favor.
Excuse me.
No risk in pictures. I can see. It's a quick Google.
Aquí, señor.
Boring room.
Yeah, it looks like they're in like just a fucking prison. A bunker. Like concrete walls.
You got a problem, too? ¿Qué pasó?
Nada. Nothing, señor. But you will leave on the ship tomorrow.
Well, I think that all depends on the wind and the sea, don't you?
Sí. Sí, señor. I don't know. Ah, you're joking. I feel the point. I've seen.
Well, I'm glad to hear that. Now, if anybody else is concerned about my sailing tomorrow, why, you see they feel the point too, huh? I don't like to repeat myself.
Okay, señor.
He's badass. That's a extremely long rope. Extremely long.
It's 300 foot.
Tie her up.
That guy can bend over and move good.
I know, but I'm not saying that you created them, Jerry. I am saying that because of your drunken stupidity in leaving the cage door open, you created the horrible situation that now exists.
Look, Ann, this is a mistake any one of us might have made. And I'm getting a little sick of being called an irresponsible drunk. Now, believe me, I am.
Believe you him, he is responsible.
Excuse me.
Hey, look at him. Sipping on that hater. He must be smoking a strain of tobacco called hater tobacco.
Care for a cigarette?
Thanks. And thank heavens you arrived today.
You said that before. What's the strain?
That don't make sense. Please
What's the
excuse
strain?
me.
Hater
It
backer.
seems like everything is coming to a head at once.
That's the strain.
I want to leave, but I want my father to go with me.
Well, then, why doesn't he?
If he lit that cigarette for her,
We've
Trying to
discussed
moan
it
her.
many times, but he's adamant. I'm sure Jerry has a lot to do with this decision.
is that Harry?
Yeah.
He tried to
Oh,
convince
Lord.
me that the crisis will only last for a few...
Look at him. Can't believe you're talking shit while I'm not in the room.
Wow. This is certainly a cozy little scene.
There's a
Might even be
hater
called
acting
intimate.
item.
Boy meets girl and all.
Stop it, Jerry. That remark is uncalled for. What I do or have to say does not concern you.
I can't disagree with you more, my dear. I'm concerned with everything you do, and I intend to keep it that way. Now, in my book, an engagement isn't a casual thing.
In my book, it isn't either.
Not getting between
And last
mouths
night
love.
I did ours.
Was it squirrels? Squirrels or whatever? Squirrels?
Got them squirrels. Got some beeping and a buzzing, you know? So them are dogs shag rugs. Yeah, one of the actors said that he had to force himself from not laughing because it was just a dog with a shag rug. And every time he came to attack him, he wouldn't laugh.
That'd be a big kind of conversation. I can't believe you actually made it that high up with that windy ass tree. Getting close to
Be
where we were.
reasonable. Everybody in the world is scared to death of something.
That's evident.
It's
When they
recorded.
came at us last night, you knocked me
God.
down getting inside the fence.
It's just that I can't stand them.
And I've discovered something I can't stand.
Oh,
All right.
burn, Jerry,
I
burn.
beg you not to mention them
Oh,
to anyone.
God.
I'm going to complete these
Jesus
experiments with
Christ,
your
she can't
father
stand
regardless
you,
of
Jerry.
You can't even
Understand
look at
that?
you.
Nobody
Shit.
is going to take this chance.
Grabbing
away
me
from
like that.
It looks like he works out, though.
That's Captain Sherman.
He's very vascular.
Checking the weather, I'll get him.
He's tagging
You
the
know
weather
where he got those muscles?
from
Throwing
beating wind. Oh,
Throwing
Time for
women
dinner.
around and beating them, yeah.
throwing shrews.
And this is the guy that's going to say that. Get a dog. Make sure. So, stressed about it. Somebody help him.
Look, you can see. Yeah. You can see like a wire. They're all shaking trees and shit, man. They're hooked up with some wires.
Pretty good technique over there.
Look. That would be hard. I mean, but it's good though. They kept it in the dark. They did, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They're using
This is
practical
as good as mine,
effects. They're not
obviously.
trying to do.
You know, if one of those trees
know,
crashes through, it might
there's
just
no
knock
CGI.
me out.
Any
so they
tree
have
on this
some.
side of the house will fall away from it, so just relax. But I think I better go back aboard.
Hand pump, giant
I
hand
don't think
pump.
I'm not grateful for your
What if they
hospitality.
just
I
arrested
am.
you? Went up
I'll
in
see
the
you
street.
tomorrow.
Thorn, your ship is safe. Please,
Huh?
stay here with me.
A little person.
Why?
I know they had him back
Scared
there.
or
They had him
lonesome?
in the Wizard of Oz.
Both.
I'll take a rain check on it.
I mean,
Thorn, you can't leave.
My bad.
No one
They
opens
had
that
'em?
gate after dark.
They were around. They were.
Well, who's
I
going to
guess they've
stop
been
me?
around
You?
Yeah.
forever.
What's
right?
this?
Yeah.
No one opens that
Yeah, there's
gate
one
at
in
night.
Game of Thrones.
Now, look, I don't ask questions because it's against my principles.
I know.
But wouldn't you like to explain that?
All right. Sit down and I will.
Give me the gun. Not very becoming anyway.
Do you believe in fairy tales?
Well, I'm a little old for that sort of thing, but what do you have in mind?
Well, I'll tell you about one. A true fairy tale. And you're right in the middle of it.
Oh?
Have you ever heard of a shrew?
As in taming
No,
of
the animal. Radford called them Sorixoricity when he showed you one.
Oh, then shrew must be the common name for those cute little animals.
Cute. That's the last word you can use to describe those little monsters. They're the most horrible animals on the face of the earth. As Father told you, they breed within 3 weeks after birth. Their lifespan is around
I
1
know what
year.
your father told me, but what's that got to do with me opening that gate?
There are 200 or 300 giant shrews out there. Monsters weighing between 50 and 100 pounds.
Damn.
50 to 100. Wait a minute, you must be kidding.
I'm definitely not kidding.
They're the worst animals ever.
That's as big as a
Consider this an
full-grown
animal.
wolf.
And what's more, they are
Hornets
beginning to
is a
starve.
Like another insect. So they're
No wonder you didn't want me to go out there. Thanks for saving my skin.
Well, I'm sorry I had to threaten you with a gun. But I didn't know how else to stop you.
Oh, it was very effective. But all you had to do was tell me about it.
Obviously.
That's just a true.
Well, I hoped I wouldn't have to. But you changed everything when you started to leave.
Macabre.
And I had to stop you some way.
True.
You say there's 200 or 300 out there?
Man,
We're gonna copy again.
that's right, Captain Thorne. And if you'd stuck with your rowboat and played captain instead of trying to play detective, you wouldn't have to worry about how many are out there, would you?
That's enough, Jerry.
Referee is in the building.
What's wrong, Anne?
Well, Thorne decided to leave. To dissuade him, I started to tell him about the shoes.
You might as well know the whole story as half of it. I guess you're all a little jumpy, Captain.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
6 months ago, we managed to isolate the factor controlling size. 2 litters were born. 6 individuals we kept for study.
I had an uncle that was supposed to
They were about the size of buckshot.
He let me pack it for him.
But the rate of growth was abnormal. They continued to grow, grow.
I wasn't
They
thinking
were,
of anything else.
but they inherited
Tobacco
all the
smells
negative
really good.
characteristics of their breed. Somehow they managed to
Tobacco smells really good. Not burned tobacco.
But a month later, we saw one of their offspring. They were multiplying. We did everything in the world to exterminate them, but no apparent luck. Then we haven't seen any. Since daylight neither blinds them and they forage only at night, when they're starving.
The reason they forage at night.
But the fact that 2 of them charged Anne and Jerry at the gate last evening
Their eyesight, I think it hurts.
indicates that the available food on the island is nearing depletion.
Then what, Doctor?
They will exterminate each other. It'll take a couple of days.
What do we do during that time?
Stay indoors and wait until it's over.
The lights go out.
Fires blew down on the
They're
transport.
in the hurricane.
I'm sorry. I'll get some lamps.
Hurricane.
Mario! Mario!
Cobras and the hurricane.
Si, senor. There's a lantern in the pantry. Light it and bring it in here.
Wow, you got a fire going.
Bradford, light all the candles you can find.
All right, I will.
Where's the generator?
Outside. Can't get at it at night.
Lights go out.
Here, let me help.
The lantern will give you all the light you need. I will join you shortly, Jerry.
Is that about where the bros bang?
Awesome.
Well, Jerry, I felt she was sincere and
There were a bunch of
made
dudes on the
sense from
tower.
her standpoint.
Now she was there.
Wanting her father to leave the island with her makes sense? Would be much
Father
better
don't
for the
know about
project
all
if
this
I
going
went
on.
with her for a few days.
He'd be up. That's why he wants her off there.
Matter of fact, I think I'll
he knew
talk to the
about it.
doctor about that. That might be the answer. And another thing, I don't take much to this Thorne Sherman. He looks to me like the type that'd
Thorne
try
Sherman?
anything.
That left-handed
Same
dinner
guy that had the
invitation.
two
That was just to
first
keep me
names.
here till after dark, wasn't it?
The actor that had 2 first names.
Q Curtis.
Is that Ken Curtis' name?
I wanted you here tonight. I've heard something terrible was going to happen.
Well, you still feel the same way about it?
Not as much. Not since you're here and know everything. I love an open fire.
Thank
don't
you.
Mm-hmm.
Died 88.
The wind has a lonesome sound, doesn't it?
Sure does.
Like in Sweden, we don't have a wind this strong.
Oh, she said she's going
Let's see who that is.
You're a strange man,
It's
Thorne. I never
What's
met
his name?
anyone like you.
Boss Hog?
Boss Hog's
You seem so
buddy.
disinterested in everything.
Sheriff. Yeah,
Aren't
that's
you
who
the
he
least
is.
bit curious?
No.
Don't you wonder about the unusual things around
Coltrane Pete. Ernest P. Coltrane.
The guns, the fence, the shattered windows, my accent, anything?
I'll tell you something. I'm only interested in anything that concerns me. Then I do something about it. You're going to sail with me tomorrow, whether your father intends to or not.
Oh, no! Father, Brad! Out there!
I don't think he was going out, Jerry.
I couldn't take a chance. He's fool enough to.
Don't be stupid. I know
Roscoe
going
Coltrane.
out there, opening that gate. Now somebody needed
Oh,
it.
shit.
Did you hear it,
Roscoe
Doctor?
Pete
Sounds like a human voice. I was thinking of Rook.
He was
The livestock.
Is that where he's
Shrews
from?
got into the bomb.
Born Jewel Guy. Powderly, Kentucky. His true name is Jewel Guy.
What was it, Father?
The hell?
The livestock.
Oh, he's like him. I can't believe that's him right there.
Mario, forget to bar those doors.
He's also always so
No.
silly, you know?
Yeah.
I put them in the barn myself. They couldn't get through the wood doors. They dug through the dirt floor.
Let me ask you something, Doctor. How could you expose all our lives, yourself included, with those things out there? All you had to do was get the Coast Guard or the Navy to come in here and burn them out. Those things got loose.
Any unusual experiment can produce unusual results. That's why I chose this island. It's isolated. Miles of open water in any direction.
Oh, no. Gordon
Our
McClinton was
project
Dr.
is private
was Dr.
finance.
Radford. That's him.
It's not
He's
a problem
the
for the
one that
government
owns
or military.
theaters.
And the world
Yeah,
is
the
no
glasses,
danger.
Yeah.
This species
But I
does
started
not
thinking, I
swim.
was like, he's probably
And as far as the Shrews are concerned, this island is their world.
Very soon,
September 14th,
right here on this
1986.
there's going to be a miniature reproduction of an overpopulated world.
65 years old.
And you'll see the importance of
Sounds
what
like
we're
a pretty
working
decent
to
outfit.
avoid.
I'm not concerned about all this theory. What I'm concerned about is our lives.
There'll be ample time to
$125,000.
panic when they
talking.
run out of food and go on a 24-hour forage.
When the captain
How do you know they haven't already?
Kind of
That's possible.
like
Their main diet has
Yeah.
been the small animals on the
Made
island.
about
That
$700,000
source
off
could
this
have been
stuff.
depleted 18 or 20 hours ago.
back then. Like 700,000.
That's why they
We
went
put up
after the livestock.
$125,000 in the
There's still
Queen
some
Cup
food
with
on
it.
this island before they reach the crisis.
Queen 9. It's 8. That's Oscar, right?
Yeah, I think it's like
No worry about them digging in here. The floors are tile.
But the walls aren't, Doctor. They're adobe. Our safe
five
bet would be on
parts.
that boat.
You may be right.
Adobe.
You can reach your boat in
Adobe
daylight.
material.
The Shrews will gorge themselves on livestock. That should keep them lethargic for several hours.
There's no sense looking at the dark side.
And there's no sense minimizing a serious situation.
Yeah, that is.
It leaves
Yep.
you completely
Sun
unprepared to
Drive
cope with it.
Yeah.
Now, we certainly can't make it tonight. That's out of the question. Maybe tomorrow. I haven't. We'll get some sleep tonight. But we'll have a watch, an hour and a half apiece. Doctor, you go first, and then Radford. Mario, Jerry, and then me. Shutter all the windows. Make sure they're locked good and tight. Check all these walls.
It's funny how there's always a leader or
No,
whatever.
I think I'll stay here by the fire. I feel safer. I couldn't stand it in that room alone.
I wanna
All
be
right,
with the
as you
captain.
wish. But try to get some sleep.
I will.
That's right. Try to get some of that syrup. Loosen her up a little bit.
45 in the morning.
Oh, shit. Of course it would be him.
Let him in.
Flashlight. dude.
Heavy electricity, too.
These have batteries.
Senor Faria, it is Mario.
Shot.
You are next to make the patrol, no?
Sure, Mario. Come on in.
You drunk shit.
I've been waiting for you to finish. I must have dozed off. You kind of startled me. Sit down. Here. Have a drink. It'll help you to relax.
Gracias, señor.
Sit down.
Drunk, man.
Just a while. You just checked every room in the house, didn't you?
Sí.
Fine. You're a good man, Mario. A man that can be trusted. You know what I've been thinking about, Mario? Anne and that captain. You and me. Imagine an intelligent girl like her going for a common sea tramp like him.
Sea tramp?
I know why. You do too. In case anything goes wrong, she's looking out for her own hide. That's why I keep thinking about you and me.
Oh, okay.
Anything goes wrong, we're gonna outlast them all. I'm going to trust you to take my turn at patrolling the house. But when you finish, don't wake the captain. Come back here and get me. See, I'll probably feel good enough by then to take his turn. Okay, Mario?
Sí.
Okay.
That last one didn't want to actually look pretty good. It didn't look like a rug. I was moving around. Refrigerator.
It is Mario.
Oh, Mario, come on in. What is it?
There is a big raton in la bodega.
A shrew in the cellar?
See, I hear him singing down there.
Well, how did he get in?
The store broke out the kitchen window, but I closed it off. He went down there.
It's not really a basement.
Why should he go down there?
The food for the little ratones. I put it out to frost. They love it.
Well, did you tell Jerry?
No, senor. Here is your turn next. Here is una luz. We kill him, no?
Yeah.
Kill him, no? This is just a second. Barely so.
Ann, wake up. A shrew got in. It's all right. He's down in the cellar. Now, we're going down after him. But I don't want you to let anybody open that door till I tell you to. You understand? Good girl.
Good girl. That's how they talked to women back then.
Okay. Open it just a crack. Open. Hold on to it. Okay.
you're watching a newer movie,
You take that side.
Yeah.
I know why. Like, this is not a scary movie. Like, nowadays, the music they use, this sounds like happy music.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's not as ominous. It's more like trying to be intense. They're trying to be intense. You know what I mean? Like,
Mario?
It's not making me scared, though. Like if this was
probably would back then.
a Conjuring or something, maybe, going down there, you can fucking on the edge of your seat.
I will be careful.
This right here, I'm thinking about them cowboys running and chasing them.
Yeah, that's what it's Oh, look! There's blood!
And he also got me.
That would have been more scary if they would have had, like, as you said, ominous music. But I guess they didn't do that back then, did they?
This is ominous to them.
That is a terrifying creature.
That's a That is good. That's a good. That's
You
good.
all right down there?
Doctor, get down here, quick!
Yeah. Why did you use a pistol?
Get attention.
What's you have to use it like that? We're gonna shoot it like that, look.
Mario.
Chupacabra ate him.
Shrubacabra.
Chupacabra, shoot through his leg.
His dad hit the femoral artery.
Is that the inside of his thigh? Yeah. Okay, I'm about to say, if that was his knee, I'll leave this bitch leaving.
He's dead. Dead.
Woke up the tears.
I got this on him right away. He couldn't have bled to death.
Might as well let go of it. Won't do him any good now.
What could have killed him?
I'm not certain.
Oh,
Till the
that
autopsy.
venom.
Hemotoxic syndrome.
I'm afraid so. We'll know after pathology.
Doctor, that's not the same animal you showed me. That's a monster.
As I said, they are mutants. In controlling the size factor, we seem to have crossed some of the other characteristics.
Well, you certainly did a good job of it.
I've known that for some time, Captain.
Yeah, and the scientists try to tinker with shit. They don't need to be making.
Would you please give me a hand with Mario? Bradford, bring up the animal.
Now Bradford's the doctor of these training.
Oh, yeah.
Mario is
Extremely high poison content in the Shrews' saliva.
Now compare it with this. Careful count isn't necessary. Any indication of the same poison in Mario's blood will give you the answer.
Yes, you're right.
Look, Ann. Brooding about it's not going to do any good. Now, why don't you try to think of something else? Tell me, what do you do around here? Are you a scientist?
I'm a zoologist.
Oh.
Fucking scientist.
That's the study of animal life, isn't it? Well, do you specialize? What do you specialize in?
They died. Well, I had a hand in this, too. And I'm partly to blame. But this ends it. If we ever get off this island, I'll never have anything to do with it again.
What will you do?
Live normally, like normal women do. May see it seem a little dull after the life I've been living. But rather dull and alive than excited and...
I'll take a dull, alive woman every time.
No, I
Guess they didn't want to show that back then, huh?
Say, Thorne, the autopsy has proved what we suspected. Several weeks ago, I concocted the most virulent poison I could with the materials I had at hand. And we put it out as bait. Mario was killed by poison.
Doctor, I wonder if you thought the system of the Sorex enabled them to assimilate that poison. It remained in the salivary glands of their jaws. Isn't that wonderful? Well, I am sorry. Of course, I always speak from the clinical point of view.
Well, don't you have something to counteract that poison?
Once Maria was bitten, I'm afraid there's nothing anyone could have done. This indicates that we cannot afford to get even so much as a scratch from these animals. They're more poisonous than snakes.
What, do you think they're all affected?
Best way to find out is let them all bite you and see which bite you die after.
We might just all get that chance, Jerry. You included. Doctor, I've closed all the doors in the house. I suggest we do the same thing with this hall and this lab. It'll cut down the chances of getting in the front of the house. I think if we keep a close watch on those walls and windows in there, we might make it till daybreak.
The walls are 2 feet.
It's already after.
Do you think
It's
they have
already
a chance
3
to
o'clock
dig
in the morning.
Of course there's a chance.
They did an autopsy.
Anywhere that
it should be
plaster's
like
off, that adobe's as soft as mush where that rain
5
hit it.
o'clock. I mean, it should almost be daybreak. Yeah. Not in. Two of them.
Oh, that was such a dog.
They just want to sit still.
It's not a bad idea, Doctor. But here's another possibility, Doctor. It's very light out. It's going to be daylight soon. We'll take the shrew that killed Mario and throw it over the fence and use it for bait.
So did you hear him
Show
now?
up for it. Of course, run for the boats
It's
out.
very light out. It's going
If
to be
they
late.
don't, then I'll go down and have
soon.
Rook lay to with a lighter. Then I'll return to the bend and the trail and give you the all-clear signal.
Sounds fine, Captain.
Good. Then you explain it to the rest.
So will.
After watching the movie, on that scene,
What?
the way we're sitting underneath the movie on there, start doing this. We couldn't see nothing, but
Well, the bait's been out for 20 minutes.
There.
Nothing's touched it.
We fall asleep guaranteed doing that. Bring the projector and shoot the movie up on the field. See the real bottom.
Where's his buddy at? Buddy die right there?
Where is he? For real?
He's dead.
Oh yeah, it didn't show him get killed. It just showed Bush moving, didn't it?
So they killed 2 people.
Even the wind has gone down. Isn't that wonderful?
No, big
I'm afraid it's not over, my dear. It's just a lull. There'll be a lot more.
He's right. I'll be back at the bend shortly. Now, you watch for my signal. Huh?
You can't go alone.
I'll go with him.
Not you, Father. You haven't even fired a gun. Take Red or Jerry.
Sure, I'll go.
Probably a little
And you'll be
less now.
sure of getting the signal.
That's cool.
It's just a freaking wood plank fence.
That was pretty solid.
Ain't nothing cool about it. It's not even even.
I want to call
Look at it from the inside.
Don't shoot that gun unless you have to. We've only got 20 rounds altogether.
I know that as well as you do. Sherman, you stay away from her.
You have that gun
got a
pointed
gun
at
on
me.
it.
Right at the middle of your back. Look, we got enough problems without worrying about Ann.
Telling you, stay away from her, or when the Shrews get through with you, they won't even find the buckshot.
You hit him in the belly, man. Like, knock him out.
Oh. So he's going to come out at night. Shrews are out. Hey, that's good. That's it. Where's the boat?
Hey, Rock! Hey, Rock! Rock!
Where's the skiff?
I'll follow that check line. I gotta find him.
Since last night, you won't find much of him.
Would you shut up?
I'm not going back.
You're what?
I'm staying here.
All right. You suit yourself, but if I were you, I'd swim out to that boat.
Can't swim.
Then stay here.
Wait a minute. You gotta give me a gun.
Give you a gun?
Sherman, wait!
Dude, there's the boat. Yeah? Is that not?
I think so. We gotta find his body.
I don't know what that's supposed to be. Oh, that's a chute.
This is the gun we had on the boat. They don't leave much, do they?
Sherman, we gotta make a deal for it. What is it?
Shh. They've been trailing us on both sides.
Where? I didn't see anything. Look, Sherman, you gotta give me a gun.
All right. Whatever you do, don't you run. You stay in front of me, because I don't trust you.
Shoot me in the back.
They're
Beat him.
Burning, good lord.
Open the gate! Open it! Open the gate! Open the gate! You can let him in. Let him in. Jerry, open the door. The Shrews were out there. I couldn't take a chance. Keep it up, man. Keep it up. Get back. For heaven's sakes, Doctor,
F5
stop
them
them.
off.
Shoot the cobbles.
Dogs. You got lucky.
All right, did he have it coming, or didn't he?
What happened out there?
Oh, nothing much. Jerry just tried to kill me twice in the last 5 minutes. Rook came ashore last night. He's dead. This all was left. Won't do us any good. It's got no ammo.
Do us any good. Ain't got no ammo.
You know what happened? Well, just got knocked out. Fuck out.
I'm deeply sorry, Captain. I wish I'd followed your orders.
Look, Doctor, you casually mentioned animals. You didn't explain to us what we were facing out there.
You have every right to feel the way you do. My mistake was only mine. It was one of judgment. I didn't know about the hurricane. I didn't anticipate the effect it would have on the Shrews. I thought the house would be safe through the crisis.
How could you expose your own daughter? How could you expose Anne to that?
She was going to leave last week, but the boat didn't come.
I need a drink.
Need something stiff.
Anybody else care for one?
I could use some coffee.
I'll make some.
Thank you, madam.
Creamy sugar?
Wow, he fell down. Killed that man.
Slam the door!
You all right, Doctor?
He just ripped my trousers, that's all.
Are you sure that's all it is?
I'm completely aware of it, Doctor.
That was a stupid waste of ammunition. Every one of them a clean mess. There's still 4 of them in there.
How did they get in?
Through that kitchen window. That rope must be rotten.
It got him! Bradford!
I just cut my trousers. No, but he scratched you.
He's dead.
Oh, no.
Good.
Cover.
He recorded every symptom and reaction, right up to the moment of his death.
Jerry, tear down one of those drapes and cover him up.
Sure. Craigus will cover Ann, and I'll cover him. You'll cover me, but who'll cover you? Shut up! We can get on that man, sway for the shit. Shut up!
Why gotta keep backing me up there?
Now you stop sniveling and think. It'll take a tank to get us out of here.
I think it's affected.
It won't take them long to dig around this.
You're right. No telling where else they're digging, too. Come on. There's not enough stuff here to barricade those walls. I'll tell you, we'll pile some of those crates up over there. The roof's our last chance. Here, help me, Doctor. Find something light. All right. Here, help me with that, Doctor. Jerry, keep him back the room.
So I thought it was cursed when you did that.
Doctor. Yes. Use these chemical drums as tanks. Individual tanks. Here, I'll show you.
Drums like you.
Let down now. Slow. All right. I mean, all right? Yeah.
Individual tanks.
It'll work. It'll work. But these drums are too tall for the bass. If the shoes don't push us over, the wind will.
Not if we lash them together. Huh? All right. Hey, are there any more around here?
Only that one over there.
Have any cold chisels or hammers or anything I can knock a hole in here to make some eyepieces?
Yeah, some tools over there in the corner. All right.
Hey, here's another one. Hey, get that out there. We'll work on it. Hey, that's even better.
Because back then they made a popcorn suits, barrels.
Yeah, you got blowtorch, man.
Give me a little more slack. Get some rope and put it on that latch so we can reach from the ground.
Close, jump now.
All right, we're all set. Look, it's going to be rough, but we should be able to duck walk to the beach. Where's Jerry?
There's a lot of them out there. I can see them. I'm not going.
Look, come down here. That wind will blow you right off that roof.
I told you, I'm not going. I'm staying here. You got to get them down here somehow. And see if you can coax them down here.
Jerry, please come down with us.
No, Ann, they'll get you.
Come down here, you fool! Poor devil, I hope he makes it.
You can't leave him. He's not responsible for himself.
He's got to go now.
Heavier than hell.
All right, Doctor.
Yeah.
Now hold it up.
That'd be heavy as fuck to try walking.
Everybody ready? I'm going to open that gate.
Ready?
Ready.
Okay, here they come. Hold on! Hold on!
No.
Yes. Slide door.
Man, what's the matter? Your side's dragging. You want to rest? You tired?
Mira, go faint. Habló entonces acá en el cielo.
What'd you say?
She says she's all right. She's keeping her eyes closed.
All right. Keep your eyes closed. They can't get at you through the slit.
Yeah. Falling over. Falling up. Look at him. Get him, dog.
This empty drum is too heavy for her. I can barely hold up my side.
I'll be all right in a minute.
All right. You walk. I'll drag for a while. Listen, don't let their head get under. They'll flip us over.
There's supposed to be hundreds of them out there.
Is there a scratch?
No, not a mark.
Keep moving. Let's go! Let's go!
God, I don't think
What?
Son! Where's Son? Son, we're close!
We'll hit the water soon. It doesn't sound like they're following us anymore.
We better work deeper.
Wow, so it sink on you?
I'm about drowned out.
Okay, let's swim for it.
Okay.
Holes in the top of it. There wouldn't be a hole there. Pothole.
They made it. Seems like that would have been the safer place to be.
We are next on road, Patricia. We are safe, aren't we? I mean the storm.
Oh, sure. She rode out the first half all right, and that's always the roughest. Anyway, riding an anchor, I'll get a chance to learn a little more about that Swedish accent.
In 24 hours, there'll be one shrew left on the island, and he'll be dead of starvation.
An excellent example of overpopulation.
Well, you know something, Doctor?
What's that?
I'm not going to worry about overpopulation just yet.
Oh, finally. The end. And make sure you go follow us. Oh, there ain't no credits. Follow us on TikTok at the Big Ball Buddies, and visit teenhorror.com for all cool stuff.
Yeah.
And wow.
Thanks for watching.
Yeah. Appreciate y'all, and hope you enjoyed that. Let us know what you thought about it.
Yeah. All right, Johnny. I guess that's all we got. We out.
Peace.
Now it's time to say goodbye to the basement guys again. They would like to thank you folks for kindly dropping in. You're all invited back next week to this locality to have a heaping helping of their hospitality. Or that is, spooks and spells. Take your shirt off. Y'all come back now. You hear?